Lama tomba jumdende de java rajamba la zanje banjava raja java jamba jevunde Lama tomba jumdende Jala Jala Namla Jodo Dawaji Jalam Boda Dawaji Sameba Gombo Juni Jola Jala Dodman Dawaji Jala Jala Zuma Zuma Jini Tamje Jimbe Tombabo Kunayenden Jala Zanga Zola Jazana Shala Jazana Gendala Do not commit any awesome action. Engage in perfect wholesome action, subdue one's mind. This is teaching of the Buddha. Who's that? This is teaching Buddha. Up to 6th floor? Up to 6th floor. Yeah.
6:37.
Dinner.
Dinner is 6:30 or 7. It's flexible because they have the food just outside. Anytime
He said.
6:30.
Okay. So please meditate in the meaning of these verses as Buddha taught, the end of the Kasa. Vajrakata Sutra as Buddha has taught. So we're going to meditate in that meaning. I'm going to chant Tibetan, but so that's in English. Please meditate. Oh, Karama Rava. All the past, present, future merits, created by oneself, future merits created by numberless and numberless Buddhas, may achieve the omniscience and subdue the enemy. The shortcomings of enemy, the violence of the waves of the old age, sickness and death. So free the sentient beings from the oceans of samsara suffering. Kadaling is that. So, so everyone, okay, give here. I don't know what initiation. Of myself, no idea. What initiation? Anyway, so I want to say thank you very much. So again, we meet each other. We meet each other numberless times in the past life, and that reason why we meet this time, that gave the reason to meet again. Why we met this time. So what caused to meet this time? So even this time, met not on many people here, not students, not just only one time, but many times. And, so anyway. So thank you very much. And again, to attempt to make our life, our most precious human life, very meaningful as we can. So for that reason, we gathered here.
The mic a bit closer.
So I thought, yeah, today and particularly this time, we told about evolution or the story of high giver. So, I think, yeah. Great Lama. Ngawang lo sang tembe jantin. I think it must be Mongolian Lama. So this Lama wrote in the northern side of the Mongolian country. Northern Parliament again, holding dual beatified the gloriousness in a central place who are seeking for liberation. This is not talking about women liberation or, there are many liberations in the world, women liberation, this and that. I don't know what is animal liberation in the West. I'm not sure. Well, in the West, there's a very strong before idea of women liberation. Anyway, this is liberation of samsara. Central place of seeking the liberation from samsara. The palace of three rare sublime ones, Gonjosun, where you collect all the merits. This Latin composed this. Anyway, so great the lineage holy lamas from where the story of lineage, holy lineage lamas the graduate from whom the great treasure of blessings, the glorified high, most sacred high initiation and the teachings, from whom the transmitted. So this is, to do, which is causing to develop devotion within yourself and others. So they're talking about that. So the main thing is more So Buddha destroy qualified gone beyond Sangye Chumdende. Amitabha Buddha. So Amitabha Buddha. So the of course general of course explanation is in the blissful realm abiding and revealing Dharma. But infinite realms, universes, realms, particularly this realm, this world, numberless manifestations of Amitabha Buddha. That is done. Manifested, numberless. Yeah. Sorry. Aspect to so it is mentioned in English, in Tibetan it's the Pabuche. But Alam Sutra, Avatam Sutra. Chida dawa shajute semen bayu sunyenam chi nudu nangjujang dawa nitsurame jistungbata yena. So when the one moon arises in the universe, when the one moon arises, then there's a limitless form. The limitless form of that in the water. It appeared in the water. Wherever there's water, no cover, Wherever the oceans, water dew, ocean or water dew, all kinds appeared. But there's no true. But there's no. It's only manifestation. That one moon is not that true moon. Because you see the flesh in the water. Oh, that's true moon. Not like that. Separate moon, not like that. Moon become two. No, then you see because you see a reflection. It's a reflection of what you see in the water. There were numberless water dew, the ocean, it's all that reflects. There's one moon in the universe. So like that. So use the example, the one for the, Buddha, how Buddha does work for sentient. Well, how does Buddha work for us sentient beings? Continuously. Because the bound with the infinite, Buddha's holy mount, the Dharmakaya, bound with the infinite compassion. Loving kindness towards us, embrace us, all the sentient, every sentient being. Numberless sentient beings, numberless helplings, numberless hunger gods, numberless animal, numberless human being, the numberless universe, the numberless human being, numberless sura, numberless asura, embrace every ant we see around us, every ant, every insect, every mosquito, every tiny insect we see around. Oh, Buddha's called Buddha, Amitabha's compassion, example, led here, embraces, focuses, embrace to every single of those sentiments, loving kindness, to you, and to every single sentiment, every single insect. Every single, that's what we're talking animal, but numberless helpings, numberless hunger wars. Can you imagine? Numberless ticks in the wood, eating wood. So, yeah. Yeah, yeah. How are you? Huh? Yeah. It's some years ago in Taiwan, Taipei Center. In Taiwan, Taipei Center, the gomba, the shrine room gomba, the wood, that wall of the wood around the gomba, towards the kazal, where there's altar, and then got ticks, full of ticks, ticks eating the wood. So then we discussed, and I thought maybe what we can do is carry the wood, a plank, carry the wood, put in the forest, let them have it, let them to eat, and then you buy new wood, put up. I thought that was sort of suggestion, rather than normally normally you spray and kill just there. I mean, especially you're not using the wood, why you kill? It doesn't make sense if you're not using the wood. So, but the wood is eaten, so is the wood used? Where's the wasal? Wood is used? Was it there? Huh? And that was the, yeah, is it used or not? Huh? What happened?
the worker, we asked them to put the wood to
Out.
forest,
Yeah, well.
somewhere where they can still survive.
The new wood use. You bought new wood or?
We did bought the new wood.
So it was happened like that. The workers asked the workers to put the woods full of chips taken in the forest, and then they bought new wood to use the wall for the altar. So it was done. So you don't have to kill. So they have something to eat. Also, not only not killing, but also they have something to eat. You understand? So of course, yeah. Well, even not, especially even not using the same wood. Yeah, I mean, it's so worthwhile of spending money, even though you may think expensive, but it's extremely worthwhile. You are liberating the tips. And so in Singapore, the Fred, how many animal liberated? Huh? How many animal liberated? Huh? How much? More than 2 million? What?
230.
230 million. 230 million. 230 million. Fish, most fish, yeah? Mostly fish. Some ETs, some snow lions. That's a good joke. So, yeah. What am I saying? Yeah, probably. And there's one big, what's his name? Monk in airport in Taiwan. What's his name? Taiwan Lama Hedo. Sport Sarah Che College. So Lama Hedo, he did. He did. Perhaps maybe not much as a ABC, but he did cow or dog or dogs. How much? 36,000. One place he has 36,000 dogs. That's incredible good. Well, I just remembered one thing. In Italy, Rome, one lady, but she looks quite a special lady. Didn't have much contact, but I met her one time in Lama Tsongkhapa. She came to Lama Tsongkhapa Institute in Italy. So she had one-handed dog. One-handed dog she looks after. So I made a mantra on tape, recorded many different mantras, Namjalma, and many different, how to play for the dogs. Well, the dogs maybe 3 times a day or something, sort of a session to play with the dog. Then she used for 1 year. And she used for 1 year, and the tape went out. Tape went out. And I think tape went out, and then I was supposed to record again. But I think I was very bad. didn't get done. So I think, I think it's something she's not common ordinary woman. But didn't have much contact. That's how. So anyway, so I was suggesting, yes, it's good. Yeah, I mean, generally you feed them and save them from being killed. In the West, America or in the West, dogs, not like India and Nepal, where I think, in the past, led them to wander and, to make many babies and, dogs increase. So they're not allowed, and so the government or I think to keep the place clean, I'm sure they kill. They capture the dog and they kill. So also I told the monk in Taiwan, I went 2 times to liberate, where he liberated fish. I went 2 times to give talk, and so I was telling him, just give food. I just give food, shelter. It's good, but most important is protect the mind. To help the mind is the most important. So we've been trying that to help the mind. Or the centers where the animals are collected, so like that, try to help the mind, because due to ignorance, due to wrong concept, due to ignorance, so they have been suffering, just as yourself. They have been suffering in samsara from beginningless rebirth. From beginningless rebirth of samsara. Time of the life without beginning, continuation of life without beginning, so suffering up to now. That's what omniscient mind see. Buddha's omniscient mind, which has no obscuration, no obscuration, blocking the omniscience. There's no blockage, no obscuration, totally purified. So what that holy mind, that omniscient mind sees is that. So it's us from suffering samsara, oceans of suffering hell, oceans of suffering hunger, oceans of suffering animal, oceans of suffering human beings, take us whatever. Suffering of rebirth, suffering of, we don't know, we don't remember. Suffering of rebirth. If it's a holy being, maybe less suffering, depends on the level of the holy being. Even the mother doesn't suffer. Pain, all these things doesn't suffer. Even the mother then sabbath if it's highly reincarnated. I mean, with who has a high realization, the mother wouldn't suffer pain, no pain. So during birth in the womb, and so that's so the khaza. Yeah. So suffering rebirth, suffering of old age, because the rebirth and suffering of old age happens. Old age, started from the. Actually, the reality, the old age started from the first, second birth. The next second, the old age started. The next second, things become old, life become older. Year by year, month by month, day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second, and second by second. Well, I heard there's when you press the button of camera, so the count many seconds. That's right? Huh? Huh? When you press the button, within that so many seconds.
Millisecond.
How many?
Millisecond.
1,000 seconds. Huh?
A second divided by 1,000.
Second by 1,000. So that's in the West. And you press the button of the camera. How many million? 1,000. You see? Now,
Second divided by 1,000.
second by
Divided by 1,000.
divided by 1,000. So that's yeah. So you see, so old become old is like that. You become older by every second. Then with camera, then was second by 1,000 split second. I think, yeah. So that so the yeah. So generally, the first, second birth, conception, the next second sort of, So anyway, so yeah, oceans of human beings. Then because of rebirth, then there's death. So like that. So you see, if you don't want, you have to stop the rebirth. If you don't want all that rest of the sufferings, if you don't want, you have to stop the rebirth. And how are you going to stop the rebirth? So the Kazari, how are you going to stop the rebirth? With the universe, the numberless universe, even scientifically explained. So there are numberless human beings, not only in this world, not only in this universe. No, there are other universes. So you kill, because you don't want to reborn a human being, you kill all the human beings in this world. You kill. That's not the solution. Because that's not the solution. And because even you are thinking that way, it may not happen, but they're not Malaysia, they are the universe, where they're human beings. So, and thinking that way, to stop the rebirth. So you have to stop the rebirth with your mind. You have to stop the human rebirth with your mind, so that you don't experience old age, sickness and death, all that. Then, then suffering gets very, meeting the undesirable object, and then separating from the, for example, the, these are separating from desirable object. Meeting the undesirable object, such as probably. So, probably common one is maybe undesirable boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe the common one. Then if you found desirable, if you found desirable, but worry, fear of separating. First of all, you look for desirable object, but you can't find. It's difficult to find. It's a big suffering. And then if you found, then don't get satisfaction. Then you see more problems. Beginning, you don't think there will be problem. There will be problem. It will be heaven. It will be heaven. No. Heaven or perfectness. Heaven. What other word can be used? We expect that. And then, of course, when you become more and more close, so at the beginning you see, when you don't live together, oh, but fantastic, because I don't know whether you can use the word far out, but but anyway, so much expectation, perfectness and the happy, it's a real happiness, and there was no problem, all that thing. But then, when you actually succeed, you try the best what you can to be able to meet. Meet is the first thing. Then to be together, so whatever you can. So maybe travel, many years or months and weeks and So if you succeed able to live together, then you see, then you see before you don't see that, now you see discover more and more problems, discover more and more problems. So as each day goes, each week goes, each day goes, each hour goes, you see more problem, more selfish and dirty and so many things. So one Italian student, he was monk for he was monk for quite a number of years. but he passed away. He then changed his life, and he passed away was involved in drugs, so that he passed away. He passed away, I think, while he was taking drugs or something. So he was nighttime. He was with his wife and in the bed, but nighttime died, and so he told me that he told me that then you see doing kaka, all these things. Then you because the very mind is very strange. You know, of course you do kaka. Of course you have to do kaka. After eating, where it goes. It's very strange. I mean, after eating, does it disappear inside? I mean, has it disappeared inside? Or so anyway, so he saw doing kaka, and it's bad. He thought very bad. It's just the mind, you know. Anyway, just I thought, I just came in the mind what he told me. And anyway, so that very celebration, these many problems that you find. Oh, the angry, you know, the anger comes, rises more, and you know, then you when you start to live together, then you see the mistakes more. You know, all the problems, the shortcomings, selfish thoughts, and so anyway, what am I saying? So dissatisfaction. If you found, then could not get satisfaction. We didn't get satisfaction from beginningless rebirth. We did not get how much we enjoyed samsara things, including boyfriend, girlfriend, all the things, and the material, food, music. From beginningless rebirth up to now, we did not get satisfaction. Then there's five sufferings or aggregates. The Lama Tsongkhapa explained in the Lamrim Chimo. Which gives very wide way to see the nature of the aggregate nature of suffering. And so anyway, so that's the nature of samsara. So you see, the answer to life. The compassion is the most important. Compassion is the most important answer. If you want to make your, to stop your suffering and to the life to produce a life to create. The life to instead of suffering. So many problems. But if you live with a self-cherishing thought, ignorance of the they're holding the eye against the truth. As it appears truth exists now, which is hallucination, then holding that is real. So ignorance is root of samsara. I mean, the other thing is subsection thoughts. So you see, if you live the life with that, then so with everyone you find problem, and almost everyone. Yeah. So you sing in the mud. You sing in the mud like elephant. Sing in the mud, can't get out. Elephant, So the sing in the mud of problems. Sing in the mud of life problems. So can't get out. Wow. So much suffering. Then with suffering you die. So like that. So anyway, so as I remember, as I'm talking about this, I just bring up, because it may not happen again. So, so compassion, so need there. In the life, you want happiness. You don't want suffering. You want happiness. Compassion is the compassion to others. The most important thing. Then, depending on how much compassion to others you have, then that's much more happiness rises in your life. You are able to give happiness to others. So many other sentient beings, not only people, even animals, insects. So we can help. So even the mosquitoes, can help. So compassion is really very important if you want to know how to live life. If you want to know, because most of us here, we met Buddha Dharma many years. We met Buddha Dharma so many years ago. So but my saying this, but it's important to bring it up, even though we have met Dharma so many years ago. We've been reciting prayers, doing prayers and mantras for so long, but it's important to remember the practice, to remember the Khasure, or this most important practice, most important protection for your life, most important protection for your mind. The mind, continuation mind, which has no beginning, continuation mind has no, which has no end, even after you're enlightened. So, so if you are able to protect your mind, look after your mind, you can achieve full enlightenment. You can achieve the peerless happiness, total cessation of excretion, completion of all the realizations you can achieve. If you are able to look after your mind well, take care of your mind well, take care of your life, take care of your life, which means not just the body, take care of your mind. That's the most important thing. Because all the happiness of the body, come from the mind. All the suffering of the body come from the mind. From negative mind, and from suffering come from that. All the come from the positive mind. Mind is the creator for happiness. So that take care, not just body. Take care the. How to take care of the body is most important to take care of the mind. So Otherwise, you juggle every day, the whole city you juggle. Juggle. You joke. The juggle. Yeah, every day juggle around the city and all that. But then you get cancer, you get some another sickness. If you spend, after you work, you come back and you go around the city jogging and, little bit time you can have in the house, you do exercise, meet machines. Machines, every year different machines. The company or the people make up the mind, they make the idea, and they sell different machines every year. They make money, every year different machines, different exercise. I mentioned in Singapore, there was one man, he showed one machine, the head goes down, your body, legs goes up, not completely like this, but like that. Not like this, but like that. And then he jumps out, then he put it to advertise, to show how he's healthy by doing the exercise, how he jumps up. Do you understand? He jumps up. He's the old man. Let's laugh. So, but the sickness comes, cancer, all this comes. Every minute you use many, I don't know, 100 exercises, some in the world, people make up, So anyway, you see? Then you see, this without talking the mind is suffering. Wow, then you find problems, when the mind is not taking care, wow, then you have a relationship problem, you have business problem, you have this problem, wow. When the mind is not when you don't take care of the mind, that's what happens in life. Also like that. So you see? So those people who take care of the mind has less problem, more happiness. Who take care of the mind? More stable life. Who take care of the mind? More stable life. More stable life. Perhaps also maybe less disease. There's happiness, regular happiness, things like that. So especially the inner happiness, not just outside hallucinate, excited hallucinate, attached, not that, the inner happiness. So by thinking positive way, thinking peaceful way, positive way, differently thinking than old way thinking, what common people in the world. Different thinking. So I say like this, people who think better, good, not necessarily, best or the most important, the good heart. But good heart towards all the sentient beings of the best. So because I depend on that. So stable life, more regular happiness in the life. So people who don't take care of mind, there's all kinds, wow, they're quagmire. You have no happiness at all. Even you live for 2,000 years, even you live for 1,000 years, but your life is a quagmire, mud, living in the mud, you know? Yeah, can't get out. So like that. I think the compassion is so important. I'm talking about happiness for you. This is the first thing, last thing, happiness for yourself. I'm talking about yourself. Then you talk about happiness to others. Then incredibly important, the compassion. But also it has to be right compassion, not wrong compassion. In Tibet, I forgot the story. In Tibet, there's one monk who criticized or competition, I'm not sure, to pit the Dalai Lama. I forgot the name now. So he kind of trying to put the Lhasa people, how they're to prove that not intelligent. You know, you can lead, you can mislead easily, you know, to show that not intelligent. So he explained to the Lhasa people how the radish, so much suffering. The radish, you know, to eat in the radish. In Tibet, so look, we have a big radish like this, big one, but so strong smell, bad smell. So if you eat that, then you have so much gas. You get your stomach, so much gas, very bad smell. If it's a good smell, it's okay. It was a very delicious smell, it's okay. But it's not that. So produces so much of gas and your whole body kind of changes, you know, called nature. So big, I'm not sure. I didn't see that in the West. I didn't see it. Radish. So here, Papa Gendun, something is them, he told the Lhasa people how much the radish suffering he described, you know. Then the Lhasa people believed in that and they cried. The radish suffering. So he was, I think maybe showing his honest how they're not intelligent or something. I'm not sure. Something. Anyway, I think there's maybe 6 wrong compassion or some. The radish doesn't have suffering. Radish has no mind. So, you know, in the West, but that's the same in the East West. You know, plants are due to 4 elements. Due to sentiments, karma, and the evolution, decay or develop is due to 4 elements. So, but it doesn't mean that they have mind. Doesn't mean that they have life. The life which means having a mind, not that. 4 elements. The growing and dead and the root effort and there will be also sentiments karma could be. So that it's not a life having a mind, not that one. Not that. Plant. If it's plant, it's not mind. If it's mind, it's not plant, it's a sentient being. Shaped plant, but it's not sentient. It is not a plant. It is a sentient being. Sorry. So I've been talking about instead of reading this, even I just went on blah 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 blah. So so I think some of the problem. So they really the compassion is so important to develop. It's the most important education in the world. So in the regards of Dharma practice, even spiritual practice, Dharma practice, most important thing. And not only practicing Buddhism, but in any religious practice, the compassion is most important. So anybody who has more compassion will be the person, even thinking a religious person, there will be a better religious person. And not thinking only Buddhism. In the Bodhisattva, Shanti mentioned, Pampa Samba Zamjijan, Sangye Chole Chepana, the then Zamba Mijigu. You have to keep that in mind. So, even to somebody, insect, human being, somebody, even one person, one sentiment, you see, even just thinking, you're not actually involved to help, but even just mere thinking to help somebody, or the person was an insect, even just thinking. To help. So you see, even thinking to help. Like you see, that if the insect got on the water, so suffering, so much trying to get out and can't get out. So then you take out that insect or to help, or for example like that, or you there's another insect attack, so you try to help, or something like that. as we can, you know, whatever we can. So as I mentioned, sorry to say this, but I mentioned in the Singapore, I think maybe, or Singapore, I'm not sure. So outside of the drawer, the house has true stories, 2 or 3 stories. You know. So the Geshe Sobatsu Center, Deer Park, the Lama's teacher, and also my teacher, the outstanding teacher in the Tibet, Sarah Gaten, Jibun, all these monasteries. It's like the Harvard University, like the Oxford University, like that. Sarah Gaten, Jibun, the monastery in Tibet. So now, rebuilt again in India, so as you know. So the from the commentary to Sue practice, they explain the Pope Buddha's benefits of Pope Buddha recites the name. You know, so the last one, Shinshaba Jiba Tanjata Chagalala Chasulu, that one. So that by saying that sentient beings who has less control are controlled by, you know, those others who have big power control. You know, they control them. And then fear, worries. So it helps the sentient being to free from that, by recite this name. So there was at the door there was a ant taking the insect and made a fly. But the fly is dead, not alive. That was considered dead, not alive. At the end, was discovered is dead. So on the help there, so I remember this mantra. So I wasn't sure. My mind was not 100% faith of that. The mantra, they recite name, it would walk. You know, a little bit, I was reciting, but not 100% believe in that. Just, kind of, not 100% sure. So I was reciting, and then this ant, leave. You don't need to hold with sticks. The ant completely left that fly. That's amazing. The ant completely left the fly. The cell dropped. Cell dropped. And then I think I was very surprised, kind of shocked or surprised that, but my mind was not 100% in their faith, believing. But it worked, maybe not. That was just then the insect, the ants dropped suddenly, the fly. So I think that maybe happened 2 times. That's then another one, I don't remember 100%, but another one, I think it is maybe same place, I'm not sure. Then the cartoon, maybe after that or before that, I'm not sure. I was going to New Mexico, Taos. So my car, the truck, getting petrol inside. So there was one rapid across the road. Went. Then some dog came out. Dog followed to that rapid. Dog. I remember in Gabon, long was it? My mother, after I came from Tibet through Bhutan, escaped through Bhutan, lived in India, Pakistan 8 years. Then came to Nepal. I think the first year. Then my mother and all the brothers, sisters, all uncles and many came. Not just for that, not just to meet, but it was a monkey year. Monkey year at the time, 12 years. There's 12 animals. You know? So monkey year is the year you go in Nepal to make pilgrimage in Nepal. People come from the Himalaya mountains from all over to make pilgrimage in Nepal. Monkey year. So this yeah, so they came for that. The head lama of the Nima, his one has received initiation from Diguchen. So Rinpoche was giving Kanjur Buddha's teaching more than 100 volumes. He was giving room at a small Kajya monastery nearby there. But we just came from Baksa, so we don't know anything. I was there myself. So if I took the Kanjur room that time, then by now I received all the room, all the blessing of the room, the lineage, you know. I think it's so fortunate, but we just come from India and didn't know much, so didn't take them. So that my relatives all came also to get that room, Kanjur room. So my mother gave a dog, small dog, present dog to me, small dog called Dolma. So they, yeah. So I didn't see how doing toilet, how doing pipi kaka toilet. I never saw for 7 years. I never saw. So sometimes get locked in the house. I don't know. This incredible dog for behavior. Unbelievable conduct. This dog. There's I think maybe it's a Tibetan dog because I have shape. It's unbelievable, so good the conduct, and so we did Vajrayogini Puja, the Lama led Geshe Tashi, who did 3-year retreat, Hiruka Bodhi Mandala at the Parpin. He was in the puja. We invited him. He was saying about the Mama Maxes. So he came. So with the puja, that group, I mean the Western people, in the early, very, very early times, there was no government monastery, nothing. It was early times. So just on the mountain, not on top of the mountain, but down below. Now the monasteries are large, so they're not empty place like such. So so I saw it was making pee-pee. Only I didn't see for 7 years. So I don't know that. So anyway, one day a rabbit came on the Gomba. That time we have Gomba. Rabbit. Somebody brought rabbit. Wow, this dog, Dolma, this dog, became completely crazy. Past life habit. Past life, the dog ate rabbit. Then habit from us. Oh, she became totally crazy. Wow. No, didn't eat it. Didn't get to eat the rabbit, but just seeing the rabbit, wow. Wanted to eat the rabbit, wow. It's like that. Just remember yeah. So anyway, what I'm saying, yeah. So yeah. So the dog went after the rabbit. So I didn't. Yeah. So there didn't know what to do, and then recite this mantra, the prayer. So then there was a car, there went behind the car, and the dog went to eat the rabbit, I think. So then after some time, the dog came back. Looks like disappointed. Looked like disappointed. And didn't get the rabbit. So anyway, I don't know. Sometimes when the dog fights, I try to recite this because fight and so because it was walking before, and a few times so I try to the dogs fight, and you hear the sound in the room, so they try, see. So sometimes, I don't know, it looks like sometimes fighting is, the noise stops when you recite, but sometimes yeah, so what happened, just happened, of course, the coincidence. So anyway, what I was saying. So I want to tell this one. I won't tell this one. I haven't done yet, but in Sarah, I was thinking to buy land in the Balugabi, where they Tibet, the lay people settlement, not in the monastery, way outside, to buy, I don't know, belong to some Tibetan family. So they buy some land and build a house. When I went there, for the teaching, for his own teaching, I didn't see many chicken in my view in the market, but because I haven't been in the place where they sell, I think. But at the main road, there was one place where many chickens got stuck, and where they sell for killing. I mean, next thing, you buy that, the next day you kill, or something like that. But only one I saw there. So I thought to build a house for the chicken. Chicken is very difficult to liberate. Goats and other animals, they don't eat animals. So they eat only grass. I mean, the grass and maybe human food or what the human eat. So the chickens, all day long, they eat insects. If you liberate in the ground, they eat all day long insects. So you have to know, so chickens are more difficult to liberate. So in Maitreya project in Bodh Gaya, in the past, there was a small, the Dutch monk, Marcel, who was working there. So a small place, a cement floor, and the roof for the by chickens and liver put there. They give food. They don't eat insects. They on the cement floor, they will give food, so they get food. So that place is not very big, but it's okay, they can go around. So so to make a cement floor and then maybe 500 chickens or 1,000 chickens or something, the roof. But please understand this. So of course we give food morning, evening. I don't know, 3 times or 2 times over. Because the grants, and then the house, the roof, with the roof. So the idea is this: inside the roof, you put Namjalma mantra. Namjalma mantra protection, the large, to make large. Then you cover the roof with that. Inside the roof, you have Namjalma mantra all the way, completely covered. Namjalma mantra protection. So the chickens are there. As soon as they're covered by the roof, which is Namjalma mantra inside. So they always get purified all the time. How long they were, how many weeks, how many months, how many years, they always get purified. Negative karma. So that's one thing. And if they die there, they never get reborn lower realms. They get higher. That's one thing. The second thing is that in the roof, you see, in the roof, you put the stainless pentacle lotus mantra. Pema tukto chime. Pema ushinish pema rongbe. So you put on the drawer normally. So when every time mosquito, dogs, cats, or people come in, go out, each time it purifies 100 No, each time it purifies 1,000, even negative karma. Each time going outside, or coming inside, or for any sentient being. So by having even one mantra, it has that benefit. So if you keep many up there on the drop of the door, many, 230, many, of course, then it's so many eons. There's 1,000, there's one. But if you keep there 230 many, then it purifies each time. Anybody going out, coming inside, then each time purifies so many thousands of eons when the good karma get purified. So you get that benefit. So you put the mantra, make big one, write big one, then completely cover the roof, with that mantra. Then the word chickens, chickens when they are going around there, so it's covered by that. So because of that, also then, wherever they go around, then thousands of eons, thousands of eons, negative karma get purified. Oh, that's so useful to purify, to take out the mind of chicken. Otherwise, just house and give food. It's good, but that doesn't help to save from the lower realm sufferings. They've been suffering from, as I mentioned before, from beginningless life suffering with oceans of health suffering, hunger, and human beings. So after they've been suffering up to now. You see, now then again, they haven't Dharma. You met Dharma, but they haven't Dharma. Besides the Mahayana Sutra, Mahayana Tantra, just Dharma they haven't met. You see? So then, endless suffering. So, oceans of samsara suffering, they have to go that endless suffering, samsara. Can you imagine? Oh, so now you need to take care of the mind. So therefore, taking care of the mind is so important. Unbelievable urgency. Wow. Take care of the mind. So then, because something to keep many chickens, so that to get for you to get the idea, how to help. So then when they die, they get higher rebirth. So, and then hopefully to meet Dharma. And so not only that, in the morning, in the evening, they Fred met my chanting mantra, Namjalma, and other thing. The small box, this he had in the Jala, few dead here in Jala. So we went to receive teachings from Jabja Choding Rinpoche, Lung, the Papanga's collections of teachings, which I began some years ago. So then he was playing that small box, I don't know what you call about the dogs in the road, the dogs. By taking out one Jala, he plays. But the dogs, anyway, play the mantras for them in the morning, either 3 sessions or 2 sessions for the chickens. That plant a seed for enlightenment. So the ultimate is, enlightenment, full enlightenment, Buddhahood, for them to achieve. Plant seed, you plant, take care of the mind. If possible, three times a day or 4 times a day, if possible, and not 3 or 2 as a session, So that's that was the sort of idea. Yeah, so I forgot. I forgot my talk. I think maybe, yeah, maybe I go a little bit stop up dinner and after preparation. Was I didn't get preparation before, so yeah. Cousin. Yeah. So I forgot evolution and my talk. I forgot. Okay. So yeah. So I've been talking just to get how does happen suffering samsara, then endless suffering, not only beginningless suffering but endless suffering samsara again. That's so important to think, don't forget, to think every day. Every day, endless, to remind you that endless suffering something. Not as beginningless, also endless if you don't practice Dharma. If you don't learn Dharma, if you practice Dharma, you have to learn Dharma. Without learning, then your mind is full of ignorance. So how are you going to practice? That. It's okay. That's it. Yeah. Then first Benjalama, Benjalo Church and Kumbas Guru Puja, Ramachapa and Mahamudra, so many teachings. So they said, Nawatai, Tuji Dogali, Regin Duguchungri, Jatsuchi, Macha Bemambawa, Letrumbi, Ujen Bichel, so on there. Chojo Sangatamja, Gatu, Puyo Mongwe Mumba, Sevatan, Lojan de Jes, Mekanza, Ujen Bichel, so on there. Chamba Sami, Yamo, Dunasa, Soatama, Chodon Tomonde, Murugonzo, Lua Meve, Jap. Ujen Bichel, so on there. So, Pedro Chejande says, now I tell you, Tuja Dogale, Rinja Duguju, Jazuchi. From the Ananta is a limitless light. That means Amitabha. So, Tuja Dogale means with compassion. Then, with the compassion, the with the conversion. Then, as I mentioned before, manifest numberless aspects, generally and particularly in this world, to us sentiments, to bring us to enlightenment, to free from all the sufferings, bring us to all the happiness. Wow, wow, wow. So, Dakar is an act of, so, out of compassion, you see. So, so like that, Dakar, like, the one person, but he shows in I forgot name. Where they do dance, where they do not dance, where they do ceremony act. So you see, one person, but he comes out as dressed as king, you know. Then he comes out dressed as minister. Then he comes out dressed as queen. And all sorts of things. The one person, but he dressed, all the different members. It comes out, you see, in the audience to show the audience. Akaza, what do you call that place? So you see. Like that. So with the compassion, so different form in act. The Buddha says, Rinchen Dogu Jungwe Jatsuche, at the ocean, from where which granting jewel derises, where you get. Macha Pema Brava Letingwe, Ujerimitas so there. So, the lotus, unattached lotus. Lotus born from mud, but lotus has no dust, no mud. So like that. Bravas blazing. Magnificent, blazing. Came from lotus, unattached lotus. To the ordinary Bhatte, Pema Sambhava, to Pema Sambhava, Guru Pema Sambhava, I request. So from the story, you can see manifestation of Amitabha. Pema Sambhava is a manifestation of Amitabha. You can see from the story. So the Sangetamcha Kadrins, 10 direction Buddhas, they consulted for your Mumbai Savatang. The ignorance, darkness of ignorance in the country Tibet. The darkness of ignorance to eliminate the darkness of ignorance in the country of Tibet. And the sentient beings, you see, ignorance, not talking ignorance in Tibet without the border just eliminating the ignorance of Tibet. Tibet. So that and Lord and the Jesim to be against to control the wrong guide. Wrong guide. They abandon Nigrikama, practice virtues, Gurukama. Then you said the right guide. The other one is the one maybe giving harm to others. The total opposite to that, wrong guide. The age-orderly, age-orderly beings. Age-orderly protectors, age-orderly beings, and cannibals. So the Pema Sambhava is the element of the darkness of the Tibetan people in Tibet, and then also become opposite, control the wrong guide, the spirit, the wrong guide, and the age-orderly beings, the cannibals, the Pema Sambhava, control them, being opposite, control them. So to you, Pema Samba, I request. Tempatan, Nyamu Dunasi, just by remembering elemental sufferings of delusion. The disturbing thought, delusion. So then if you pray to Pema Samba, grant all the realizations, grant all the realizations, sublime and general. The general HCDs and the sublime Mahamudra, the enlargement. Lua may be kept, so uncheating, unbetraying. Object law may be kept, so unbetraying refuge, object refuge. So on that, so I pray to Pema Sambhava. So maybe, so now to break dinner time? Huh? Oh, so how long? 1 year? dinner time for 1 year. Yeah. Oh. Oh. So, yeah, maybe the break time is maybe try for 1.5 hours, then maybe do some prayer, do some Pema Sambhava's prayers. So, because So they, if they, go down a little bit. Food is not ready for another 15 minutes. Not ready for 15 minutes, so I go a little bit more. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah. So, Karmapa mentioned he came to Bodh Gaya Root Institute. Every year he comes. There was 1 year maybe. Anyway, almost every year comes. When he comes to Bodh Gaya, he comes to with the Root Institute and gives some talks, or they if people have questions, and then they give an answer like that. So this time he came. In the past, many years ago, when Catherine Carlos from Singapore was running the Medea project, that time he was Karmapa was invited a few times to 1,000 offering to Maitreya Buddha for success to build a Maitreya Buddha. He came a few times, and when I was there, I came one time. He and Dingochin Rinpoche incarnation, and the Kalu Rinpoche incarnation, and so we did one time 1,000 offering to Maitreya Buddha. So he was. So he was asked, so he suggested to pacify obstacles for build 2 Maitreya Buddhas, to build a Maitreya Buddha statue. He suggested to 100,000 times over 201 Thara praise, and that's one thing. That another one is Pema Sambhava mantra 100,000 times. So maybe when you come back, you may, if I do not finish it, then you may recite Pema Sambhava mantra to pacify the obstacles to build materials to build that. Not only that, but also for all the sentient beings to be free from oceans or something of suffering and achieving full enlightenment. So that the particular, the Maitreya Buddha's pacify obstacles for that. So that might help with that. There are 100,000 times 201 Thara praise. So I thought to ask Kabun monks, nuns there, come out with that one. Then the Pema Sambhava mantra, that since not other monastery doesn't come out, many. So what came out is Avatanta College, where Karmapa lives. Where Karmapa is living, the Avatanta College. You did. So that monastery. So I thought then that's possible to invite him for the reciting mantra. How many times? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Whatever time he has, he can. So maybe it can help So like that. So just continue. So the Buddha Mata is from the his transcendental wisdom. So it's his play in the act, because so manifesting, as I mentioned, numberless forms and to fast sentiments. So Sindhu, maybe might be name the place. I think Sindhu, in the ocean of in the land of ocean of Sindhu. So then the Paramasambhava was born from that. So it was lotus. Chimirin Jindang, Chagachambu Neva, found undying immortal life, the realization. The Tantra realization. And then found the sublime Mahamudra realization. Then great will turning. So Guru Paramasambhava. So I'll leave it to that first. Begin with. So in the western side, in the country of Ujjain is Pakistan. In the Pakistan, I think Pakistan, one Lama, the Kangden Rinpoche, so many years ago he went. That time maybe not so much danger, but in that country the Muslims are very extremist or very rough or say. Yeah, so not easy to go there to visit Ujjain. So then in that country, in the country of Ujjain, there's a King Indrapati, called King Indrapati. He has a jewel palace. He has 108 princes, wife, 108. So Indrapati with 108 wives. And no son, no children, son. So experiencing poverty of the Karure. The Karure, the development of the family generation or something. Therefore, the Tibetan 4th month, I think, on the 15th day, then King Indripati make extensive offering to precious sunlight ones, Buddha Dhamma Sangha, and then read the tribute in the cloud of Dharma, the sutra read. Then he built a house to make charity for the people. He built a house, so he bring things down to make charity for the people. Then he made so much charity to people. Then he went. Then after so many years, then you see his wealth given to people finish. So he has nothing to give to people. Then that time, there is the there is the Nagas and girl, very beautified Nagas girl, Nagas girl, reputed Zadema. If you take which grand jewel from her, then whatever you wish can happen, you can receive. So therefore, he went many times. King Indripati went many times to the ocean to get jewel, which kind jewel. With the captain of the ship, with the captain, together with the captain, and went to the ocean. Then there's a Naga king, palace built with 7 types of jewels. There's a tower. Then there's a reputed Zadema, the Naga's girl, beautified, extremely beautiful. Doesn't give any satisfaction by looking at it. She came out. Then she offered to King Indripati the which grand jewels which she carried on the crown, as a part of her crown ornaments. So she offered the which grand jewel to King Indripati. Then King Indripati then came back, turned the ship, turned, then came back. Then in the land of Danakosha, in the land of the lake, Danakosha, in the land of Danakosha, in the land of lake, Danakosha. Danakosha might be the name of the place. So that happened. The trunk of lotus, extremely beautiful. On that, there is an 8-year child. 8-year child. Adorned with the 32 holy signs, 80 holy exemplification like Buddha has. So beautiful. And no matter how much you will, never give satisfaction. And it is said, this child So this child abides and came from lotus. Then the name of the child is given Pema Jungne. So arising from the lotus. And then Pema Jungne, this name is given to this a child. Then king said, who's your father? And who's your mother? Which is the country? Which is your race? What do you eat? He said, eat durian. What do you do here? Then the eighth child is a Pema Sambhava. So manifestation Pema. So that eighth child said, my father is a Kunda Sangbo, Samadapatra. Your own Dangri Kunda Sangbo. Anyway, one's own mind. Samadapatra is the Kunda Sangbo. The father. Mother, Chin Kung Sangmo. So mother, Chin sphere of existence, Kung Sangmo. So means actually the Samadapatra is the Rangrukundu. So that's the transcendental wisdom, realizing emptiness. Then Chinkundu Sangmo is like the emptiness. So it's so meaning to understand like that. So Kunda Sangmo, Samadapatra, the father, and the Samadapatra mother. Samadapatra, the sphere of existence, that's the emptiness. So, so the race, answer with race. So so non-dual. So the wisdom, sense of wisdom, directly see emptiness, always is non-dual, inseparable, non-dual with the emptiness. So that's the famous about this small 8-year child answered, that's the generation, that's the race, the inseparable of those two. So in the sphere, the wisdom sphere with the emptiness, non-dual, that's the race. Unit, Ching Jiame. So the country is a sphere of existence, no birth. Ching, so Jiame, so no truly existent birth. Saying, what food you eat? The answer, I eat the kata superstition. I eat the superstition which produce inang dual view. Then what contract I do? I do conduct of all the past, present, future, all the Buddha's conduct, all the Buddha's action, I do. The child answer that. I do the act of numberless past, present, future Buddha's act, the act, conduct, I do. Personal answer. By saying that, the king interpreted so amazing. Yeah, it was so amazed. Baby Dongbali Chuti, the king invited him from the lotus trunk. They ate a child with the jewel that he got from the Louis Pomo Naga girl. Extremely beautiful one. Then went in the origin, or they were in the king deputy, become king. So yeah, where he does king, that control the origin. Then all the people they drew suwa, they did procession, extensive procession. Then when they famous about the jewel, and so then they went to the palace, King Indrapati's palace. Then King Indrapati made prayer. Then from the witchcraft jewel drew their power. Then King Indrapati made prayer. Then at this palace may throne which has 7 types of jewels, which has 7 types of throne which has 7 types of jewels, and also umbrella made happen. Then suddenly happened. Suddenly the king got. Then King Indrapati inaugurated the king's son, ate a child. Then King Indrapati inaugurated ate a child to be king. Yeah. Okay. Okay, dinner time, please enjoy.